Croatia, a country kept apart. Croatia is a beautiful country. If you can imagine the most beautiful country, it is Croatia. The story begins on the day I was born. That was far, far away, a long time ago, on the 17th September in 1972, in Yugoslavia and the Socialist Republic of Croatia. I was born in a place called Osijek. The city is in the east of Croatia, in an intersection between the borders of Hungary and Serbia. Through the century, it was battleground between the east and west. Romans versus Eastern tribes and the Austrian-Hungarian monarchy versus the Ottoman Empire. Croatia is a beautiful country. If you can imagine the most beautiful country, it is Croatia. You must visit this place. Surrounded by endless sea that is calm and inviting, it also home the mountains wrapped in pristine beauty, rivers and national parks, and green fields of corn, sunflower, wheat and barley. Well, a word of friendly warning. Though prepare yourself, you will ever come to visit. You will likely be ripped off. The people love to take advantage of tourists, but if you visit family or relatives, it's a different story. You'll be killed with love by how much they look after you. I remember Osijek from very early age. It was a beautiful city, surrounded in endless fields, all green. I remember riding on a tram along the circle from east to west. It connected one part of the city to another. It was built a long, long time ago, during the reign of Austrian-Hungarian monarchy. Today, the track has been expanded in all directions. I can still remember seeing people on the tram going to work. The city I knew as a child was surrounded by natural beauty of amazing architecture. This was the kind of city you mostly see in Switzerland. Small, with everything you need. That city ceased to exist in the summer of 1991 due to heavy shelling and the destruction of war. I was born in Yugoslavia and my city was a part of Socialist Republic of Croatia. It was a typical communist country, a little more advanced than the Eastern Bloc, but still a communist country. Yugoslavia consisted of 6 republics and 2 territories, all amalgamated into the one country. It had communist ideology, socialist lifestyle, and most importantly, a forbidden love with the West, the church, and democracy. Communism was a safe society, with no weapons and almost no criminals. You could walk the streets at 3 a.m. with no fear. It was a peaceful environment to live in. From early age, you were being continuously pumped up with the beliefs of the generation before you, who had fought for independence, how the freedom fighters had fought against the capitalists and everything else. We were told Yugoslavia had the best lifestyle and freedoms, which was an utter lie. If you want to go another republic, you would not understand their language. You would not understand their writing. It was a combustion mixture of different nations controlled by the secret police. Nationalism and patriotism were not allowed. Everything was being oriented in the way to change how you lived. Local writers and music were good, while everything outside was bad. Anything outside, such as rock and roll, was seen as a bad influence, and this would be further reinforced by TV documentaries. If something was forbidden, you could be arrested. It was forbidden to listen to foreign news. I remember my father would go into the bathroom every morning with a small radio and listen to the Voice of America. He would listen under the blanket in the bathtub, secretly and discreetly, so that even the neighbors could hear him. He told me that if I said anything, he would kill me. You will hear every day about the heroes of the communist revolution: Stalin, Lenin, Marx and Engels. They were all compulsory parts of our education. I was taught how to use the rifle from the age of 10. I had a carbine M48, calibre 7.9mm. They placed it in your hands and you were being educated on how to defend your country. As kids living under communism rule, we believed we were invincible. Once you had understanding of democracy, you found this to be a very weak society. Communism was an ideology, and socialism was the way of living. As kids, we believe in the system. When you are born into this environment, you believe you are descendants from the gods. False. This changed as we grew up, and as adults we began fearing speaking out against the regime. The kids would report this to appropriate channels. Through history, Croatia was always on the side of the Germans, Austrians, and Italians. The Second World War marked Croatia as a country who committed atrocities towards other nationalities like Jews and Gypsies, all driven by the idea of purity. You cannot choose where you're born. You cannot choose who your parents are. You cannot choose what school you are going to. This is something given to all of us at birth. It is a given, but you can make your choices a little later. I was lucky enough to be born in 1972 for one simple reason. Life has allowed me to better understand things when I see them from today's perspective, seeing what life was like in communism and then in democracy, with the difference in technologies and the evolution of society.